Good morning, friends. It's Audrey from Odds and Ends, and a quick early video in the morning. I decided because it's Tuesday, I was going to do a Tarot Tuesday flip through, and I picked this up at Savers yesterday. It was in one of their grab bags. It's my favorite part of the store to look at, and usually I'm looking for art supplies or some kind of interesting cards to do deck the year, or anything journal related type things. And yesterday in a grab bag, because Monday at Savers is 50% off day, I got in the bag, it had I Can Read, their little guided level books. There's 11 stories. I was going to gift them to someone who just, had a little kid who's doing reading, but the images are really cute, and I'll show you them some other day. And then multiplication flashcards. They're a good weight to them, much better than my index cards that are flimsy and suck. And this would have been great if it would have had all of them in there. It does not have all of them in there, so we will be using them as art cards also. But this tarot deck, and this is I have to save them all, well, when they're cheap. This bag was $5.99. That's usually what their bags are. And then on Mondays they're 50% off. So it's $2.99. And here's a sample of the cards. And it is not a new deck, but it's not ancient. It's 2014. And tarot is about achieving your destiny, that co-creative, cooperative, maddening march through life filled with chance, chicanery, and choice. And then let me see. Okay. We invite you to browse through the Chrysalis Tarot cards. You find familiar and unfamiliar trump cards making up the majors. These 22 cards, numbered 0 to 21, represent the otherworld characters and archetypes. Next are the 40 pip cards, numbered ace through 10 in each suit, followed by scenes inspire reflection and stimulate your psychic intuition imagination. The 4 suits that make up the minor arcana are stones, which is pentacles or coins, mirrors, which are cups, spirals, which represent wands, and scrolls that represent swords. Finally, you will have seen we have replaced the traditional 12 court cards with these fun-loving troupe of medieval troubadours. These merrymakers represent real-life messages inspired by the other world to assist you, especially at critical moments in troubling crossroads. These are so fun. And I have never been so pleased with a thrift store deck. Okay, instead of the Fool or the Hero, we have Merlin. And there's probably going to be some glare because they're shiny. We have Ravens for the Magician. Sorceress. Gaia. Green Man. The Divine Child. Lovers. And some of them are the same. Herne the Hunter. Mayat for Justice. We have the Storyteller for the Hermit. A Wheel. Papa Ligby. I have no idea how to pronounce it. I'm not familiar with that character. Celtic Owl. Aridin. Golden Flower. Bella Rosa for the Devil. Kali for the Tower. Elpie for the Star. We've got Moon. Sun, Phoenix, Psyche, Age of Stones. I love these. The artwork is awesome. All the cards are here. It was the best $2.99 I have spent in a while. Okay, hang on. We have the Page of Stones, which is the Acrobat, the Illusionist, the Knight of Stones, the Artiste for the Queen of Stones, and the Minstrel for the King of Stones. Okay, now we're on to mirrors. Okay, the Page of Mirrors is the Healer, Dreamer, Watcher, and the Sojourner. Okay, on to spirals. I just love these. Priscilla, if you're watching, no, still haven't got a new deck, but I'm happy. Okay, the Page of Spirals is the Mime. We got the Corsair, and I've got dog hair stuck to this. The Muse is the Queen. The Companion is the King. And lastly, we have the Scrolls. Then we have the Pilgrim for the Page, the Visionary for the Knight, the Weaver for the Queen, and the Poet for the King. Aren't these beautiful? And I love the back. They're so pleasing. And then, let me just read. Okay, Storyteller, which is the traditional title, is the Hermit. Wisdom and contemplation is the attribute. The storyteller appears in your reading to announce the opportunity for introspection. She cradles her sacred healing orb, the symbol of a life examined. A pair of orioles denote her shape-shifting abilities and mystical connections to distant realms. A crown of ferns at her brow assures you of sincerity and friendship. Storyteller asks you to confide in her. She invites you to elevate your apprehensions, your secrets, and your desires to full consciousness awareness. When Storyteller appears in your reading, it means the time is favorable for quiet solitude. Her meditation mandalas can turn your dreams into reality. See, I really like this. So like I just said, the King of Pentacles, which is also the King of Stones, or King of Coins, depending on what kind of deck you have. Attributes are spontaneous and confusing. The role is a mystic. The Illusionist is an unusual person filled with useful and exuberance, perhaps a gifted indigo child. Through the ages, illusionists have been mythology's tricksters, and this person is certainly no exception. In real life, tricksters are simply misunderstood mystics. The illusionist appears in your reading to spur you to action without a lot of confusing forethought. If you're up for risky raw adventure, follow his lead without reservation. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, says the illusionist. I just love it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Have a wonderful Tuesday. It is Stanley Cup finals start tonight. Go Knights go. And I'm sure I will not be on making videos tonight. There might be swear words in the background, and there'll definitely be a telecast in the background. And that's if I can get Channel 13 in on any of my TVs. If not, I will be listening to it on the radio. And my husband might go across the street to the neighbors to watch. So I don't mind listening to it on the radio. I have no problem with that. So thanks everyone for watching. And the paintings were done by Holly Sierra and written by Tony Brooks, in case you're interested. And if you want to look up, it's US Game System, and there's the numbers. I'm sure they're around somewhere. I love it. Okay, sure beats current AI decks. So I will talk to you guys later. Enjoy. Bye.